What's going on, Pat Nation? It's your boy Blue, back at it with another one. And I'm basically finna give you my updates about the NFL draft and pretty much what I think about these new 2025 draft class and give you my opinion on what I think about these guys. I actually have two particular favorite guys in this year's draft. And I think we actually had a pretty good draft class. If you ask me, if I was to give it a grade, A to F, honestly, I'd probably give it an A minus. I actually love this draft class. Out of last year's draft class, this draft class, I actually like a lot. So, uh, but yeah, again, don't forget, before I begin this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, so the algorithm can go. But let's get into this subject here though. But let's start off with the first round draft pick, Will Campbell. I mean, it's self-explanatory. We obviously need a left tackle. Everybody in the NFL knew that we needed that, so it's kind of obvious. But this guy, I pretty think that he's gonna be a very promising left tackle. I think in the next 2 to 3 years, I think he's probably gonna be probably top 10 left tackle. I believe so. And because he got a chip on his shoulder to show everybody that arm size does not matter, that I've been playing left tackle my whole life. So he got a chip on his shoulder to show that he's a dog, and he's going to prove it that he's a dog. And I mean, the man been basically playing left tackle his whole life. He been playing in the SEC against dogs that, I mean, on the other side of the football. That's probably was what edge rushers that he was playing against this past season that was drafted in the first round, and he was dominating against them. So I mean, the man only gave up what 2 sacks in the past 2 to 3 years. So it's obviously he know how to play left tackle. I wasn't really concerned about his arm leave. So at the end of the day, it was something that we pretty much really needed to invest in, and we didn't have to pay anybody. We didn't have to pay. We obviously wanted Ronnie Stanley. It didn't happen. It is what it is. That saved us money. Cam Robinson, we didn't want him. We didn't pay him all that money, and we just settled on and put in all our eggs in one basket and just say, well, you know what? We just gonna go with Will Campbell and just have him as our future left tackle and grow with Drake May. And that's what we did. And yes, I truly think that he's going to be a dog. Seriously. But that's just my opinion on the first round draft pick. And I really did like that one. And with our second round pick, we end up getting, man, a championship mindset running back that's going to bring it. And he's great in pass catching. He's great in the passing game, which is in that third down, screens, which Josh McDaniels really do like doing. So I think he's gonna be like that Rex Burkhead like James White type of running back, which we need. We haven't had in a while. So I think he's gonna be that particular running back. Also, if Ramondre Stevenson don't stop fumbling that ball, then this is probably gonna be his replacement. So I'm pretty sure when he's seen that, that probably put a chip on his shoulder as well to let him know if you keep fumbling that ball, this is the guy that's gonna replace you. He's a lot cheaper too, by the way. So take that with a grain of salt. But and then what our two, if I'm not mistaken, two third round picks that we had, because remember we had two. So two third round picks. And we had ended up drafting this receiver, and probably low key that people pretty much don't know that much about, but I think he's gonna be a gem, and he is my first favorite one out of this draft class. He's my first man, Kyle Wilson. He's a dog, bro, and he basically can separate with the best of them. I didn't seen it. I didn't watch this tape. I didn't watch them live. He is very good. He remind me of a young Steve Smith from Carolina Panthers. If you don't know who he is, Google Steve Smith with the Panthers. You'll know who I'm talking about. And watch him on YouTube. Watch his highlights. He is a dog. And Kyle Wilson remind me so much of him. So I think Kyle Wilson is going to be just like him. I think he's going to basically put on a couple pounds, and then I think he's going to learn and mentor with Stephon Diggs. And I think that that's basically is what's going to happen. And I think that he's going to end up learning and probably going to eventually end up being one of our probably top two like receivers in our receiving like core. So, and then um, the other third round pick that we end up getting is the center from Georgia Bulldogs, and he technically is a versatile like type offensive lineman. He can play guard and he can play center, and which we basically need, which is both. And I think when it's all said and done, he probably going to end up playing center. He's probably going to be in our future center. And if push goes to shove and he end up learning, and obviously, even though, what's his name, Jack, if I'm not mistaken, the one that we just basically let go that was a long time Patriot, even though we don't have him, this guy that we just drafted, Jared Wilson, uh, I mean, he's a bulldog. So if he want to learn from that guy, learn the protections of what he needs to do on that offensive line, get everybody all on the same page, then, I mean, come on now. Our offensive line is starting to get better bit by bit. People don't really recognize that, but he's starting to get better bit by bit. And I think that he's going to be good in his way too. But with our uh, fourth round, this guy here is a dog, and it is my second favorite player in this draft class. And actually, I got three. I didn't got two, so let me change that up. I actually got three favorites, and this guy here, Craig Wilson from Cal, the safety. Very, very, very good in my opinion, man. He's very, very good. Ball hog. He's a definition of a ball hog. So take that, and I'll just leave it at that. He is cold, super cold, and I think we got a steal when it come down to him too. So I think that he's so good, man. He's 6 foot, 200 pounds, and most likely he's probably going to end up putting, let's say, 15, maybe 20 pounds when it's all said and done. He's very versatile when it comes down to the safety position. So if he's very versatile, that means he can play the nickel and the safety. And like I just said, if you're versatile, then most likely you're going to stay in the league for a long time. So, but when we end up drafting this other defensive tackle, which we need, and it's really good because obviously we don't know if Christian Barmore is going to be possibly ready, but it's always good to have extra bodies behind him, to be ready just in case if he's not, just in case if the blood clots was to start coming again and he has to sit out. We have this gentleman that we drafted in the 5th round, and his name is Josh Former. Big, huge fella, man. Big, big guy. I believe he's 6'3", 304 pounds. Huge, man. Very, very big. He's the type of defensive tackle that can clog up that gap, so they won't have to run in between the tackles, which that's extremely perfect. That's really, really good. Because if you can't run the football, that means you can't open up your pass game. So that is real good too. So this also we're gonna talk about this other 5th round pick. That's my third favorite. Coming from LSU, go Tigers. And this guy here is an edge rusher. Man, very explosive, very, very fast on the edge. and probably underrated when it comes down to the edge rushers that they're talking about in this draft. And his name is Byron Brandon. Excuse me if I'm pronouncing his name wrong. Braden Swisson, and he's a defensive defensive end. He's the type of defensive end that basically stand up in the 3-4 technique, in the scheme of the 3-4. He don't basically have his hand in the ground. He basically standing up and basically exploding off the edge on the third downs. These are the particular guys that you're gonna basically need when it comes down to that third down, and you need to stop the pass and everything. So this guy here, I'm very extremely excited about. I think we got a gem and a steal when it comes down to getting this guy. So his numbers was pretty much off the chart as well too. In his last season, he pretty much had 30 tackles, and if I'm not mistaken, he had 28 assist tackles. So that means he's always around the ball, and he had 8.5 sacks. So that means that, man, he's always in the quarterback's face. So that's extremely, extremely good, and I'm very, very happy that we pretty much got him. But I'm not gonna pretty much talk about all the rest of the guys. I've seen all the rest of the guys. I see we even drafted a kicker, which is pretty good too. The only thing I'll probably say about him is that from what I've read and seen, that the man was 18 from 19 from field goal last season. That should tell you something right there. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that when it's all said and done, he probably going to win the kicking job, if you ask me. So, but that's pretty much all I have to say, man, about the NFL 2025 NFL Draft. But y'all let me know who is y'all favorite New England Patriots fans in this draft class. Who is y'all favorite pick? Let me know down in the comment and tell me what you think. And once again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, guys. Peace.